Please watch to the end. Comment and respond to other people's comments.
Counties say a motorcyclist shot and killed a man who was charging at him with a hammer last night. WMAR 2 News' Jack Watson reports on what looks like a road rage incident in Glen Burnie.
And the one cop told me it was just some road rage, which is kind of sad for this area.
Michael Nieves tells me he was on his way to the store here in Glen Burnie on Thursday night when he saw the aftermath.
When I was coming through, like I said, everything was taped off and the body was laying there.
Anne Arundel County Police spokesman Mark Lemansky tells me what they've gathered so far. A motorcyclist and another driver were on nearby Route 10.
The story is that he was driving on Route 10 when on a motorcycle when he realized he was being followed closely by another vehicle in an aggressive manner.
Lemansky says the 22-year-old motorcyclist pulled off Route 10 and that the driver continued alongside him and shouted at him. Both eventually came to a stop.
This is where the motorcyclist got off of his motorcycle and the driver of the other vehicle got out of his vehicle and even according to witnesses came out with a hammer and charged the motorcyclist. The motorcyclist then withdrew a handgun and fired shots, shooting, striking and killing the driver of the other vehicle.
It was here in the area of East Furnace Branch Road where police found the 51-year-old man shot on the roadway. Police say the 51-year-old driver's name is Scott David Goose. Police are not releasing the name of the 22-year-old motorcyclist because he is not charged with a crime. He did have a concealed carry permit. Investigators will have to look into this and confirm what spurred this on. I asked Lemansky whether it could be considered self-defense.
I think that's something that's going to be considered during this case, whether, in the charging phase or in sentencing if it comes to that. But, right now, that's just part of the investigation. It's certainly not being discounted.
Police have witnesses, but they still want any information from the public in their active investigation. They will now work internally and with the state's attorney's office to determine what's next. In Glen Burnie, Jack Watson, WMAR 2 News.
As Anne Arundel County community shaken tonight after an apparent road rage incident ended in gunfire and a man dead. Police say that man allegedly assaulted another man who then shot him. Anne Arundel County community reporter Caroline Forback on your corner in Glen Burnie tonight with this story and an update on this investigation.
Young Chang says he had just closed his shop on East Furnace Branch Road for the day when he heard a loud noise.
Sitting at my computer, and I don't know what time, but a little after 8, I heard a pop, and I was pretty sure it was a gunshot.
Anne Arundel County Police say around 8:30 Thursday night, officers responded to the area of East Furnace Branch and Margate Drive in Glen Burnie for a reported shooting.
A few minutes later, lady from next door, the pizza shop, comes by. She's like, "Oh, you got to come out here." There's all the cop cars as far as you could see.
When officers arrived, they found a man lying in the road with gunshot wounds. The man, 51-year-old Scott David Gush, was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers also found a 22-year-old man who said he had been assaulted and that he was the shooter.
He is being interviewed. We interviewed several witnesses at the scene.
According to investigators, the 22-year-old told police he was driving a motorcycle around Route 1 and Furnace Branch Road when a vehicle started tailgating him and driving erratically. He said the driver pulled up next to him and shouted at him before running him off the road. They both stopped on East Furnace Branch Road, and the driver of the vehicle allegedly charged at the motorcyclist with a hammer. The motorcyclist then took out a handgun and shot the driver, identified as Gush, according to police.
A hammer was found at the scene near the deceased.
Police confirmed the 22-year-old motorcyclist had a valid concealed carry permit.
So right now we have an open investigation. We know who did the shooting. It's just a matter of what the circumstances are surrounding this.
Police say the incident is still under investigation, and so far, no charges have been filed. Anyone with information should contact Anne Arundel County Police. Reporting on your corner in Anne Arundel County, Caroline Forback for WJZ.